Hello, everybody. My name is Iveta, and I'm going to take you to road trip to Kansas City area and beyond. Show you some wonderful places you can then visit when you will be traveling throughout the United States. So let's start. So I'm going to follow an immigration path of our Czech and Slovak ancestors and to take you to journey back in time in Kansas City area and beyond. So first, we will stop to see what our immigrant ancestors saw when they came here, and then we will compare what we can see now when we come to Kansas City. So Kansas City is now famous place of city of barbecue and fountains. You can see this picture of the plaza in the heart of Kansas City, how beautiful it looks. And this is a picture of Kansas City Business District from 1907 and also stockyards from the same year. And these photos I took from Library of Congress. So you can see what our immigrant ancestors saw and when they were looking for the jobs when they settled in this area. So our first stop should be in Sugar Creek, Missouri, because that was a large Slavic community. There are still people and descendants, their descendants, so who have ancestry from primarily from Slovakia, but also Croatia and Slovenia, and they are very active. They do every year even Slavic festival, but at the times when their ancestors came here, so it was actually built like railroad from connecting St. Louis to Kansas City, and these Slavic immigrants, they came from Austro-Hungarian Empire, which doesn't exist anymore. So there are now many countries like Slovakia, Poland, Czech Republic, former Yugoslavia, and actually Poland, there would be just that Galicia part there. But they made their homes. I'm mentioning Poland because also those Polish immigrants came there, and they made their homes in Sugar Creek area, which is on the border with Independence, and they helped in this refinery. So you can see that picture again from Library of Congress. And Sugar Creek as a city was incorporated in 1920 and actually celebrated its 100th anniversary during COVID times. So, and there is one perfect history museum in Sugar Creek, and I wanted to go in and take pictures because they have many memorabilia items, even like war uniforms. And actually, even a lady, she was in charge and managing that museum. She wanted me sometimes to translate and those labels, because there are labels written in Slovak or Croatian language. So, but then it was closed for COVID and it is still not open. So I had to put these pictures here because I was really sad that it's not open, that hopefully next time, and check periodically website of Sugar Creek City and or call them to check like when they will be open again. But here is a glimpse of that historical museum from outside. And I've been there actually like before, so I know. And here is another place in Sugar Creek, Mike Onka Community Hall, where inside of that building are a lot of photos from Hruštín in northwestern Slovakia, Orava region, where many immigrants from Slovakia came from. So, and these grounds are actually grounds of Slavic festival there. And last year I was representing CGSI, Czechoslovak Genealogical Society International, and managing our table. So, and you can see that here, and also my husband. So that was last year, but don't, when you see no visitors, this was before it actually opened, okay? And it is all this area, all that parking lot, and it is every year. there, and we will see one more picture of that Slavic festival a little bit later. But we will still stay in Independence because there is another trail museum. I visited this like a long time ago, and because Missouri Independence was, as you can see also on their website, I took a screenshot, like portion of their website, jumping off point to the west. And here is that museum. There was a like road to like Oregon Trail, so to California, for example, so for Gold Rush. So you can visit their website and explore and possibly stop there one day. Okay, and we cannot omit also in Independence Truman, Harry Truman Presidential Library and Museum. So here is a part of that building. Here is that website, trumanlibrary.gov. And I even wanted to see like how much in their collection is dedicated, for example, to Czechoslovakia. So I typed a keyword, Czechoslovakia. It gave me 21 results. A little bit more it gave me for Czech. So you can explore. And then I found also these two photos in their collection from 1953, so you can see. And then this, I cannot also omit this place. It is the Midwest Genealogy Center, where actually I work, and it is the largest freestanding public genealogy library in the whole United States. And last year, we already had and presented this webinar. It is on CGSI website. It was a virtual tour of this building, first and second floor, and what everything you can find in this building for Czech and Slovak research. So here are some of my photos. Actually, even now, there is my current exhibit of some Czech and Slovak items. And this year, there was also a traveling exhibit on loan from National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This one is dedicated to famous Czech and Slovaks in America. You can see even chair I put in front of each panel, and it was a joy to see those people who came always, because this exhibit was there for 3.5 months in Midwest Genealogy Center, and people just sat on the chair and were reading everything, and then then changed the chair, and they were reading all those panels. It was very enjoyable view for me to see, just when I saw and they didn't see. And this panel, set of panels, was dedicated at the time, because I think now it is back in Iowa, to World War I and creation of Czechoslovakia, first president, and also Czechoslovak legions. Also, Midwest Genealogy Center is a regular, like we receive regularly Czech and Slovak periodicals. So here you can see a shot of like Naše rodina, our family periodical, and here Slovakia periodical. So this webinar you can find on CGSI website, and also, as I discovered it, also over there on the YouTube. And here, I think when we are still in Independence, we can take a classy break, because this is actually a classical music. I may not play it here because it is more than 5 minutes long, but please, you can do it anytime in your free time and really enjoy this music from famous Czech composer Antonín Dvořák, portion from his opera Rusalka, Měsíčku na nebi hlubokém, which means like the moon on the deep sky. And this opera singer Anna Rydergard, she actually is from Independence, from this area, and I was teaching her how to pronounce each and every like word in this part of this opera Rusalka. So she sings soprano, but I can tell you and give her credit because she was very well prepared. So I didn't have that much work to do because she already was very well prepared. So just some nuances and she is singing it in Czech, in that original language. And as you might know, Antonín Dvořák also lived for a while in Spillville, Iowa. Okay, so you can find it there on that YouTube link. And now we cannot forget Czech and Slovak Club of Greater Kansas City, which is very active club. You can visit their Facebook page because mostly everything is posted there on their Facebook page. I am a member, long time member of this club. And for example, in September, every September, there is a picnic and people bring food, desserts, and music is there. So we celebrate our culture, fellowship, great food. So, and every December, there is also St. Mikuláš event. This is picture from the last year. So where is that Mikuláš? Somebody is representing him. Then also church, but it is a cute figurine, or how to say that, I would say like a cute person. We even have čertík, which is like diminutive form of čert. He's usually cute in children's fairy tales, and also angel here. And so then children come with parents and they can dance, they can sing a song, they can recite a poem, and then they receive a goodie bag from that Mikuláš. Okay, so it is a lovely event every December, and we do it for many, many years, even before I came here and was member of that club, I believe. And here are more pictures. This is from Ethnic Enrichment Festival, which is every year a huge event in Kansas City. People come from other states in the United States because there are many countries of the world. They have their own booths. They make their own food, so you can try food of various countries like Pakistan or Brazil or Germany, and here we offer various items, so you can just go to that Facebook page of the club and you can see there are more images of that. And this is a picture like of that Slavic festival in Sugar Creek still, where was this beautiful lady from St. Louis. She stopped there in 2021 when I was managing that CGSI table, and she was going to compete for Miss Czech and Slovak United States. And guess what? Maybe you already know it. She won. Okay, so she was representing Missouri State, but she won, and now currently she is Miss Czech Slovak USA. And so I took that picture of her here. But you can see her even here because Ethnic Enrichment Festival in Kansas City. So she visited, and she joined the president of this Czech and Slovak club. So you can find all those images here. And this current president of Czech and Slovak club, Barry, he's also talented cook. So you can see his culinary talent. This is fantastic because Iveta loves parížský šalát, and he can do perfect Paris salad. So there was such a high demand for that he needed to post it on the Facebook page. So you can see even more images from that Ethnic Enrichment Festival. I invite you next year. It is always for 3 days in August. There is even my daughter and my husband. Okay. So let's go more west. Kansas City spreads through 2 states, through Missouri and Kansas. So we are now in Kansas City, Kansas. And this is a Strawberry Hill Museum. And actually, it was originally house of one well-established family, but then it was an orphanage. And then it was transformed to museum. And because many like Slavic people, they settled in these like Strawberry Hills. So then now in this museum we visited lately, there are rooms and each room is dedicated to different country. So one of those countries, like I took a screenshot portion for Slovakia, not the whole. So you can go to their website, strawberryhillmuseum.org, and visit and see all those pictures, what they have there. And when I was there, there was even somebody from Washington State. So now please don't go there. Now in October they are closed for the whole month of October because they are preparing decoration for Christmas time, like for December. So, and it is always beautiful, worth to visit. So check their website periodically. Okay. And then we are going further west because even Czech and Slovak Club of Greater Kansas City has a member from Roseville, Kansas, and I was there a few years ago. It was like 2 hours drive west, and in this Bohemian or like Moravian hall, there was a polka dance event. So there was playing like band and polka, so we could dance. It was lively event, and they do also weddings there. Close by there is even Bohemian Moravian cemetery, so you can find a lot of names like sounded Czech. So you can on your own explore this website, genealogytrails.com, and also check that Bohemian cemetery. Okay. And let's go even further west. So don't forget to buckle up, or put on your seatbelt. So here is Kansas City, here is Roseville, and down like south from Abilene, here is Abilene. Down south is the city or town Pilsen. So named after Plzeň in Czech Republic. So they wanted to honor Plzeň. So that would indicate that some of those immigrant ancestors actually came from those like Sudetenlands or Plzeň area or Karlovy Vary area. I lived in Karlovy Vary. So, and it was established by Bohemian Germans. So it was like a Czech community. Actually, I received that tip through somebody that it is like Czech place established by them. And this place is also famous for that it is a home of Father Capone. He was a chaplain in Korean War. And actually now he's on the road to sainthood. You can read it on their website. And people even do pilgrimage to this place. Okay, so you can you have another tip to explore on your own. Okay, and let's go sit to the car and go back to the east to Kansas City metro area. Here we cannot forget two important persons, our officials. Czech honorary consul of Czech Republic for Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Slovak honorary consul for Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Iowa states. So they cooperate together because we have like many activities or events they arrange like together for both countries. Even I was born in Czechoslovakia, and yes, when I lived there for most of those years, it was one country of Czechoslovakia. So, and this is a photo taken at one event in the house of Slovak honorary consul, Ros Marín. I put here already to those like parentheses, former, because he is moving somewhere else. Okay, but they play really important role in raising awareness about our heritage, culture, and keeping very close ties with Czech Republic and Slovakia. So if they watch, I would really again like to express my thank you to both of them. Okay, and let's hit the road again, but this will be a long drive. You can see 7 hours drive. We didn't do it immediately because we stopped also on the way in other places, but actually my goal for this drive was Slovak town in Arkansas. I really wanted to see that because I was born in northwestern Slovakia, in Považská Bystrica, and let's check that, Slovak in Arkansas. So, and to my surprise, GPS even couldn't show it until almost like then we were close to it. And I would like to point out here that actually CGSI dedicated one issue. Let me zoom in so you will see it better. In Naše rodina, our family, you can see here from September 2018, this issue was dedicated to Slovak in Prairie County, Arkansas, but there were even more articles, even this family hoax, he writes about his ancestors. It was really interesting reading, and you already know that you can probably, although you read all the issues of Naša Rodina already on the website, CGSI website, okay? So you can find it there, but you can also read a long article on Encyclopedia of Arkansas.net about this place. So here is that sign, Slovak to the left, and if you want to almost like symbolically Germany, so Stuttgart there. So here is a sign, Slovak town, but the place, it is slightly like sad because there are almost no houses, just a few houses, but church is still in operation. So people from those surrounding communities, they still go to that church. There is also cemetery. So you can see Slovak Catholic cemetery. I took, here I'm standing, and also window on that church has that Slovak symbol, Slovak flag. And I have much more pictures, but I couldn't post them here. What is also interesting, like there are still some signs that it was that Slovak community, because even those streets were named by surnames of those Slovak first pioneer settlers, I could say that way. All right. And here are even more images of that cemetery. You can see Makovec, Bednar, then what else? Duch. So I would need to Matuška, it should be Matuška probably. And you can also read my blog, what I wrote last year. It is on CGSI website under blogs, titled Reflection on my summer trip to Slovak Arkansas. And if I zoom in, I want to show you, like even this reverend was born in Slovakia, and he actually like worked in this church. You saw that picture. Okay, and our last stop should be where else if not at Iveta's home, because I still keep those traditions alive, and I think it's very important, especially for our descendants. So I know it might be harder for some of you to keep also that language alive, but we have some like various now it is actually like everywhere you can learn on YouTube, Czech, Slovak languages, also on CGSI website. But here I just want to show you, like here is my Eastern table, and maybe you recognize these are korbače, where we use every Easter time. So maybe you already read somewhere that poem like Šiby, ryby, masné ryby. So we are still spanked or whipped with that. So then we scream from the joy, and they put on our like some water, some corn. It's funny. They need sometimes even chase you. And so it's a funny time, and then you give them like some award and eggs. So yeah, that's that Easter time. Here are some cookbooks. As I lived in the Czech Republic, actually, I was like newlywed woman. So then I bought this Vaříme Zítko, one of my first. It was like paperback, but it was a cookbook related to those like I would say like farmer people. So various like recipes for those like, or also canned fruit for those like who manage like cottages. But it is different. Like here, usually people have cottage houses with gardens, like on the brinks of the town, on the brink of the mountains, and they enjoy, they retreat there like every weekends. So here are my Bratislava rolls filled with poppy seed filling and walnut fillings, my own also Christmas decoration, and some books, what I have like at my house. And then I will end it all with the word Vitajte, welcome. Thank you very much. Bye.